67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day marks a remarkable milestone. 11 incredible years of spreading warmth and kindness throughout South Africa. So since its inception back in 2013, this inspiring organization has been dedicated to crafting hope, one stitch at a time, of course, by providing blankets and scarves to all those in need. So it was founded by Carolyn Steyn. The organization has since grown into a powerful movement honoring Nelson Mandela's legacy of both compassion and service alike. And so in studio this morning, we're joined by Velly Matsebatlela, 67 blankets ambassador, as well as chairperson of the exco, Brendan Grealy. Good morning to the both of you, and thank you for making time to be here.
Morning, Liesl. Thanks for having us.
I was just reminiscing about my own experiences in relation to this and how far along it's gone. And so, Velly, let me actually start with you as an ambassador. I mean, you're literally such a pro. You're talking as live as we're going.
Multitasking.
What has been a memorable standout moment for you since being part of the organization and seeing its impact?
Good morning, Liesl, and good morning to the viewers at home. You know, 67 blankets. We are making blankets for the needy people out there.
Yeah.
And you know, my most important moment is not in making this beautiful blanket, but it's when we hand the blanket to the people out there. You know, when they smile, when they receive this, your heart melts.
Yeah.
It's so good to see that you are making someone happy out there.
How would you have gotten involved with the organization in particular, given that there's so many initiatives out there? What resonated the most about it for you?
You know, with my friend Dedri, we were talking about what to do when we retire. And Carolyn happened to visit at Dedri's school to donate some blankets. And we had news that they will be displaying a blanket at the Union building in 2015. That is when we went there. I saw it. You know, as a retired home economics teacher, I just thought, this is me. When I retire, I'm going to join this organization.
Sure. I mean, it's been spearheaded by you, Brendan, and thank you so much for also joining us. Congrats on this feat. From a strategy level, obviously being the chairperson of the executive committee, you've seen how far along it's come.
Absolutely.
I wonder what has been a standout moment for you, but also if we're going to be tracking the next 11 years, what does that future look like?
That's a wonderful question. What's really resonated with me are these big events we have.
Yeah.
You know, we put some people are not totally on board with them, but we find that they're such a good marketing tool. And going for Guinness World Records and things like that. You know, we have 4. We've tried for we've gone for about 7. We've got 4. Those are wonderful things, though, to have in your back pocket as a movement. You know,
yeah.
So those are standouts, and the other standout for me is having people like Velly on board. She's absolutely amazing. She's got the most wonderful group of people. And whenever we have these events at shopping centres and things like that, Velly's there.
Wow.
Velly's there. She runs it for us because she's a lovely person. She's got a lovely smile, and she's just so welcoming. And she works, as you can see, she doesn't stop working. Her group,
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Velly, has made 71 blankets since the 9th of January.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Of 2025?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's
wow.
for today, for our 11th birthday celebration today.
Loud and clear. I actually wanted to ask how you've measured the impact that you've had over the years. How would you quantify that as well?
By the amount of people we've touched. We're a group. We're about 20,000 people now. We're all over the world. We're about 17 other countries as well, all over the world. And it's a place where people want to belong. They need to belong. People need people.
Yes.
Right? So, and this is a wonderful way. You want to give back. You never knew how to give back. So it's giving back. So nitwits have their days together and they sit and chat. Like my wife Annie runs one in Foyer's Garden. Velly has her group as well, and they sit and chat and they communicate with each other. So it's also on that level.
Yeah. I mean, Velly, you've encountered so many people over the years. You've interacted with many people as well. What's been a memorable moment that stood out for you, a personal interaction that's changed you forever in the service of what Madiba embodied in terms of compassion and giving back?
I have a very special connection with the Steyns because those Steyn gave me money to do my 2 degrees. And I'm very grateful about that. I did not know how to thank him. I did not know that joining 67 Blankets, it's connected to the Steyn that once helped me. I am very grateful. And I always tell people that the passion that I have for 67 Blanket, it's an ancestral calling because my dad once worked for those Steyn.
Wow. So it's come full circle for you.
Yes, full circle.
What would have been the biggest challenges to have to overcome over the past 11 years, beyond getting the name out there, having people also enroll and be part of this? What else has been a feat to overcome?
The challenges have been creating an entity that works and is sustainable. It has to be sustainable, otherwise there's no point. And getting wool to people who need wool. Yeah. The saying goes, they have the will but not the wool.
Yes.
So whenever we get donations, we buy wool. We've got our own branded wool. And we send it to people who need wool. And there are a lot of people all over the country who can. There it is. Wow. There it is.
Wow.
Kismet Yarns, making every day a Mandela Day. And there's our logo. There's our...
Sure.
Where do I turn it like that? Yeah, so thanks, Velly. So the challenge is getting wool to people who need it and knowing who needs it and who doesn't need it. But if I can get back to your question, next 11 years, did you ask?
Yes, I did.
For me and for most of the exco, it's about the sustainability comes with youth. Okay. The lot of, especially Velly being an ex-headmistress actually of a school, so we have contacts. We've got to get into the youth, and that is going to be our focus for the next 11 and the next 22 years maybe. And
we're wishing you all the best of luck. I need to wrap up. I just want to know what Madiba meant to you and what you'd like to carry forth from his life and legacy.
Well, do you want to? Well, for me, I managed the Mandela capture site in wow. So I've got a close affiliation with the Apartheid Museum, Christopher Till.
Yes.
And we used to run, well, it's a big thing now at the Mandela capture site and just the man and just the history and how he became who he became.
And for you, Velly, as we wrap up?
Yes, remembering Madiba, his selflessness, because he said, it is not the riches that you have that will amass. It's what you can do for the needy people out there, using your own hands, your skills and your own resources without expecting anything in return.
It's in your hands, he said. Sorry, no, you have to wrap it. Literally.
Thank you so much for being part of this initiative and for sharing your story. Congrats on these 11 years, and we're certainly looking forward to the next 11 years and beyond. This morning, Velly Matsebatlela, as well as 67 Blankets ambassador, and then also chairperson of the exco, Brendan Grealy, this morning, chatting about the special celebration of 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day. Again, we've been inspired by the incredible journey of this organization, of course, the impact that they've had on communities across South Africa. Again, well done to all of those participating.